Well, hello mama and future mama. This is the kind of work that I craved every day in my first trimester. This workout was going to be safe for all trimesters with a couple of modifications that I will try to cue. But this is really the work that my body craved the whole beginning and enjoys all of pregnancy. So this is going to be yoga and some floor toning work as well. You do not need any equipment today, and we are going to start seated in a comfortable position, set up tall, that neutral alignment, so your ears, your shoulders, and your hips are in one long plane. We're just gonna take 2 deep breaths. Connect to your belly. Maybe bring your hands to your belly. Maybe one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Take one more deep breath, the biggest breath of your day. Exhale all your air out. On your next inhale, your arms reach overhead. Maybe you're going to grab your hands, clasp them together. Just do a little bit of rocking, stretching out your side body. Stretch over to one side. Let your shoulders fall away from your ears. This should feel really good. Stretch over to the other side. And then you can go back and forth between there just a few times, or you can circle it around safely with your belly, just falling. Don't push or try to stretch. We're just opening up our back here and sort of shaking it all out. A couple more. It should just feel really good. Awesome. Roll those shoulders forward for 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, I already feel better. Rolling back. I'm currently in the nap time hustle, so hopefully she lets me get through a beautiful flow with all of you. And sitting up tall. Take a couple of seated cat-cows, and let's make it a 360 breath. So you're going to expand your belly, the sides of your body, and your back on your inhale. As you exhale, hug everything in, maybe even your pelvic floor. Let's take a couple more, and let's exaggerate it with our body. So breathing in. One more good one. Nice job. Coming to your hands and your knees safely here. Let's take a couple of cat-cows here. So breathing in, belly drops. Then exhale like a cat. Chin to your chest, spine up. Inhale, booty comes up and head to the sky, belly drops. And exhale out. And then find that neutral spine. Just kind of roll out your neck here, maybe a couple of rolls, maybe just a little side to side. And then from here, let's get into it. Stretch one leg back. Let's do the right leg back and the left arm forward. We're going to tap down and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. Really keeping your core engaged, nice and long. We're not rocking and definitely not arching that back. For 6, just stretching everything really long. For 4, 3, nice, heads in line with the spine. Last one. From here, hugging elbow to knee and extend. Hugging baby in. You probably won't get to your knee. If you are in your second trimester and beyond, I'm just about at the point where I can no longer fit it there. 3, 2, good job. Last one, let's stay here and then just find a couple of little pulses here for 10, just lifting up a little bit. 8, 7, oh, I feel it. 6, engage your core. Stretch everything a little longer for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, you're going to come down onto your forearms. I'm just going to move forward a little bit. Onto your forearms here. So basically where your hands are, your elbows will just replace. From here, you are going to half circle around your leg and then to the other side. So you're tapping each side of the mat with a leg, making a big rainbow in the back, engaging your core and not letting that back arch. Good job. Let's do 7 more each side. 7, 6, tap and tap. 5, stretch your leg nice and long, keep it straight. 4, good job. Ooh, I'm already feeling this. 3. I also did do strength yesterday, so this is feeling so good. 2. But these sort of moves felt so good. Last one, when I just couldn't do anything and was feeling sick all day. All right, staying here, leg is high. You're just going to lift a little pulse. Just a little stretch, a little higher for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Shoulders are away from the ears. 1. From here, bend to a 90-degree angle. You're going to tap your knee to the ground, heel to the ceiling. Knee to the ground, heel to the ceiling. I'm doing a little point as I tap, and then flex as I stretch my leg toward the ceiling. Good job. 6 more. 6, 5. I'm already sweating. 4, 3, 2, and then just one more move here. 1, hold it up here at a 90-degree angle and just pulse like you're stepping on the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. If a child's pose feels good for you, go ahead and find a child's pose. If you want to grab a chair or an elevated surface and you want to do a child's pose up on the surface like this, if you are further along than I am, please go ahead and take that modification. Stretching forward in that nice child's pose. Rock your hips side to side. Shake your head no. Good job. And stretch those arms even a little bit longer. Coming on up, maybe a little spinal roll, something that feels really good here. This should feel really good. That is the entire reason that we move during first trimester. Okay, we're going to the other side. So I'm back in that cat-cow. I'm going to send my left leg back and my right arm comes forward. We're just going to tap down to the mat and lift, tap and lift. Again, I'm not letting my back arch. Everything is really long in the spine and I'm engaging my core. Did you know that this is core work? Because we're keeping that core stabilized, but it's core work that is going to protect your abdomen and not hurt it, right? 4, 3, good job. 2, last one, you're going to hug elbow towards your knee or hug baby in, and 8 more, still hug that core in. I'm breathing here as I stretch everything out. Big inhale. 3, 2, last one. Stretch it all along. Nice. Little pulses here for 10, 9, 8, 7. Shoulders are away from the ears for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice job. I'm just going to shift forward a little bit. We're coming back down onto those forearms so those elbows replace the palms. Nice job. And from here, I'm going to tap out, come up and around, and tap the other side of my mat. Leg circles around. And I'm trying to keep my hips right over my knee here. So make sure you're not too far forward or too far back. You don't want your booty sticking out there. That can cause some pain in the lower back. So make sure that that hip is right over the knee. Let's do 5 more. Engaging your core, stretching the leg even longer. 3 more. Good job. 2 more. 1 more. Nice job. Then that leg stretches out. You're just going to pulse it here for 10, 9, 8, I feel it, 7, 6, I feel that right in my booty here, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point as you tap the knee, flex to step on the ceiling for 10, 9, good job, 8, 7, gotta get in that glute work in pregnancy, 6, protecting your lower back and those hip joints for 4, 3. They have found that weak glutes cause a lot of pregnancy pains. Hold it here and you're just going to pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, stepping on the ceiling for 4, 90-degree angle, 2, 1, and rest. Wow, good job. Find that child's pose, take a breath. For me, in pregnancy, bringing my legs a little wider in child's pose feels really good for me. Take a breath here. Good job. And then rolling up from here, let's find our first downward facing dog. So hips are high. Here, shake your head no. Shake your head yes. Pedal out those feet. Just stretch it out. Do what feels good. Trust your own body and your own movement. Make sure that your grip is strong. We want to protect that belly. My mat is a non-slip mat, and I really recommend those, especially for pregnancy. Otherwise, sneakers might help, or just be really careful to make sure that you can be stable here. Let's take a couple of rolls. You're gonna go out toward a plank, but not quite into a plank, and we're just gonna roll. So bending your knees as you go back, everything goes into this nice down dog, coming forward toward the plank, but not quite there. Bend your knees and send it back. Can you reverse that? Bending your knees, coming forward and up. Just a couple of rolls. Should just feel really good. Last one. Nice job. From here, stretch your right leg high. Opening up your hip, taking a nice stretch. You can bend and straighten your leg. Again, do what feels really good for you. And then square off those hips. Nice job. Hug your knee in. Step it all the way through. Good job. Coming up to a high lunge. Good job. From here, make sure again that your shoulders are right over your hips, engaging your core. Nice. And then find that nice bend here. As you straighten your front leg, your arms are going to pump back toward this little tricep extension, and then come back forward, pump back, and up. Let's do a few more. You should feel really good. 5, 4. Oh, this is my favorite way to move in pregnancy. 2 more. 2. Last 1. Hold it here. Just take a couple of dips, knee toward the ground, and extend. I have my hands clasped together, which feels good for me. Nice job. And then from here, open up to a nice warrior 2. Oh, it feels so good. Stretch those arms nice and long. Let's find a couple of flying warriors. So you're going to, again, straighten that front leg as the arms come up, and maybe even your toe lifts here. For 5, 4. Again, I'm just connecting to that breath. 2. Take breaks where you need it. It's important that you take care of your own body. From here, reach forward and reverse your warrior, keeping your hand either on your upper thigh or on your calf, but let's avoid that knee. And then take a couple of flows, going here to side angle, keeping your legs right where they are, and back to reverse warrior. Should feel really good. Opening up those hips. Man, do they take a toll in pregnancy. And you're really gonna need open hips in a few months. Oh, should feel good. Nice job. Couple more. Nice. Coming back to that reverse. Straighten your front leg. Take another little stretch, and then reach forward to find that triangle pose. Maybe you walk your leg in a little bit for stability. Again, no need to overstretch. It should just feel really good. And bending the front knee, cartwheel your arms down, lower your knee, and come back into a child's pose. If you are early in your first trimester and you want to take a flow, you are more than welcome to. Good job. From here, roll through again. Find your downward facing dog, pedal it out. And when you're ready, send your left leg up to the sky. Open up your hip in any way that feels good. Maybe you roll your ankle. Nice job. Then square your hips forward and step that leg all the way through. Nice. Coming up to your high lunge. Ooh, yeah. Balance is one of the first things to go with that growing belly. That's why we work on it. You're going to straighten that front leg as the arms come back to a little tricep press, and up, back, and up. Good job. Back and up. Let's do 6 more. Connecting to your breath, really flowing here for 4, 3. It should feel so good. Last 1. Coming here to that lunge. Maybe you clasp your hands, take a little stretch, and then I'm going to lower my knee toward the ground and up, just for a few reps. Engaging your core, hugging your baby in. Opening up to that warrior 2. Settle in here. It should feel good. And then you're going to come up onto your front heel as you straighten your front leg. Otherwise, you just keep a flat foot and the arms reach up. Straighten that leg and forward for a couple of flying warriors. Let's do 4 more. 3. Good job. 2. Last 1. Coming down. Stay here. Reach forward. Keep your legs right where they are. Reverse your warrior. Beautiful job. And then flow into a little side angle pose. And just flow through those a few times. Really waking up your upper body. Working your legs in that lunge. It should feel really good. A few more. Great job. Last one, I'll find you in reverse warrior. Straighten your front leg, big deep stretch. Maybe shake out the hand there. And then coming forward into a triangle pose. I'm just gonna walk my back leg in just a little bit. And I breathe here. Neck is long. I'm going to bend that leg. Good job. Cartwheel my arms down. Maybe I find a little plank. Maybe I flow. Maybe I just lower my knees. And I find a really relaxing child's pose. Again, you can use a chair, or the couch is my favorite because it's way more stable if you want to find an elevated child's pose. So that would just look like having my hands up on the couch and then finding child's pose here. And oh, it's a good stretch for your upper back as well, which we all need as moms and moms to be, because you are carrying that baby so much of the day, feeding that baby, carrying all the baby items. And so it's nice to stretch. Actually, let's do that. Let's bring our hands behind our back, clasp behind the back, and really open up your chest. Maybe you fold over, and maybe even your hips come up. Just stretching everything out here. Beautiful job. From here, you're going to tuck your toes under and bring your legs about as wide as your mat. Shake your head no. You're gonna come into just a fold. Maybe you sway side to side, but my legs are wider than usual, okay? Swaying side to side, shaking my head no, shaking my head yes. Maybe I grab opposite elbows. It should just feel really, really, really good. Nice, bend your knees and slowly roll up here. Stretch the arms up high and exhale out. Nice job. You're going to find a wide squat here. Oh, feels good. Nice deep squat. And just pulse down an inch, up an inch. Feels really good to stretch, right? Breathing. Make sure that tailbone is tucked under for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stretch your arms out long, and your legs are just going to open up, squeezing your booty in the back. It's like half an inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. From here, tiny little circles forward with your arms for 10, 9, 8. Legs are still. It's hard to be still after so much flow movement for 4, 3, 2, stretch the arms even longer and reverse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, great job for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to stretch to the right and then the left, really reaching, keeping your legs right where they are. This is also core work for you as you really stabilize here. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And while we're here, let's find a deep squat, might as well. Not my strongest move, so you're just going to sit back into a chair, legs are relatively wide, take a couple of warm-ups into it, and then sitting down, maybe you bring your legs a little closer together. You want to try to keep your heels to the ground. And I'm actually not really there right now, which is okay. So I'm just kind of rocking side to side, opening up my hips as I breathe. And then maybe I find heels on the ground for a few breaths. Maybe I don't. Maybe that's something in the future. And when you're ready, bring your legs wide, bend your knees, and slowly roll up here. Nice. Coming to the back of your mat. Reach your arms up high. Swan dive over. Walk yourself out to a downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Shake your head no. Shake your head yes. And then you're going to lower your knees to the ground. Nice. From here, you're going to come onto your right knee. Your right palm comes right underneath your shoulder here. And my hip is just above my knee as well. I'm going to stretch this arm out long, but if you want a little bit more stability, if your belly is putting you out of balance, feel free to have it in a safer position or even hold on to a chair right here. You're going to lift that leg and tap it. Lift and tap. Some more core work, but safe, mama-friendly core work. That's not putting extra pressure on your intra-abdominals. Nice, 5 more. 4, 5, good job. Everything is really long, spine is long, head's in line with the spine. 4, 2, 1, hold it here, stretch the arm overhead. You're going to hug your elbow to your knee and extend. For 10, good job. 9, 8, and stretch. 7, 6, great job. 5, hugging in your core. 3, 2, last 1. Nice job. From here, I'm going to safely come down onto my side. So I'm on my hips and coming down to the right side body here. Nice job. From here, I'm going to have a slight bend in my bottom leg just to protect that belly. And I'm going to draw big circles coming forward with that top leg. Good job. Engaging your core. This is core work, or as we call it, anti-core work, because your core is actually working against crunching and moving. It's stabilizing, which is exactly the core work that we need to prepare for your growing belly. 2 more. 1, and then hold it up high. Reverse that circle for 10. Good job. 9, breathing. That should feel great for 5, 4, 3, 2. I love side work. 1, from here, stretch both of your legs long, and you're going to hug your bottom leg in to meet your top. For 8, good job. 7, engaging that core for 6, 5, 4, nice. 3, 2, 1. Just take a couple of stretches up, maybe a couple of circles with the legs coming up. I have that slight bend in my bottom leg. Maybe I go the other way. Just kind of like I'm riding a bike here with that top leg. Just stretching everything out long. Maybe 1 more. Nice. And then from here, I'm going to hover both legs and draw tiny little circles. For 8, 7, everything is nice and long. 6, 5, 4, good job. 3, 2, 1, other way for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, should feel really good. 4, 3, 2, last one, bending those legs, flexing both feet. You're going to open up into a clam, but I actually want you to hover the heels here. So open up, squeeze together for 10. Nice. 9, 8, engaging your core. 6, good job. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, point those toes, extend the leg up here, and just 10 little pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, good job, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Nice job. Take a little stretch here in any way that feels good, and then slowly coming up and over, and you're coming to your knees and your palm on the other side, and we're almost done. I feel more energized. I feel like I have more oxygen in my body. It feels good. I hope you feel the same. So stretching your leg long, my shoulders right over my wrist. I'm gonna open up here, or I'm going to hold on to a chair for some more stability. Reach that leg up and tap. Reach and tap. For 9, good job. 8, 7, I'm proud of you. 6, I'm sure that little baby is proud of you. For 4, 3, 2, 1, stretch it all long. Hand comes overhead, hugging your elbow to knee, and extend. Good job. 8, 7, 6, nice. 5, 4, good job. 3, 2, last one, stretch it long, and then coming onto your side body here. I'm just gonna move my mic. I'm on my side. Nice, stretch those legs long, just to kind of lengthen everything out here. This hand is protecting my belly from rolling, and I'm gonna send a little bit of a bend in my bottom leg. And then I have big circles coming forward with that top leg for 10. 9, good job. 8, 7, breathing, stretching it all long, using your core, really stabilize so you're not rocking. For 3, should feel good. 2, last one, hold it up high, and then reverse the circle for 10. Good job. 9, I love this move. I feel my core really working, my side obliques, and then it feels so good in my glute and my legs. For 5, 4, 3, maybe you smile. 2, last one, stretching your bottom leg out. This hand is really stable here. I'm going to squeeze together so my bottom leg comes up to meet my top and apart. For 10, good job. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, last one. Relax that bottom leg again, and then take a couple of little bicycles here in any way that feels good. Just circling that top leg around. Maybe you reverse for a few reps. And then you're going to extend both legs long and draw those tiny little circles. Going back for 10. 9, engaging your core. 7, 6, 5, stretch everything even longer for 3. Engage your core. 1, other way. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, good job. 3, 2, 1, bending those knees, hovering the heels here. Going to open up and close in those clams for 9, 8, nice job. 7, I'm just moving so you can see me for 6, 5,
4, 3, engage your core, everything's long, 2, last one, point those toes, the leg comes up and we pulse here for 10, 9, 8, 7, engage your core, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Massage it out, stretch everything long, and then slowly coming up, find a little butterfly position for a stretch here. Oh yeah, that feels good. And then opening up the legs nice and wide. Oh yeah, good stretch. Again, we don't want to overstretch. Our relaxin might be strong in our body, making us feel a little bit more flexible than we're used to. So we want to be mindful of that so we don't pull anything. That's why we really focus on toning and building muscles and stabilizing here. So if it feels good, stretch over to one side. Stretch over to the other side. Sitting up tall, maybe you bring your legs together. Sit up as tall as you possibly can. Roll your shoulders back, close your eyes, open up your palms, ready to receive. And just that one intention for you and your baby. Maybe it's one of self-care, maybe it's one of connection, maybe it's one of joy, one of peace or relaxation, or one of surrender. Whatever it is, just clearly set your intention. Bring one hand to your belly, one hand to your heart. Take one more deep breath. Flutter your eyes open. Amazing job, Mama. I hope you feel better. You can always come back to this one. I know I will. I'll see you next time.